won't take much of your time.
Parker, now I remember you. You're a Connor student. Tells me you're brilliant. He also tells me you're lazy.
I have a bachelor's in business management. I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Maybe 2 years, but I chose to do the single thing for most of my 20s.
Okay, hold on. Let me back you up. Okay. How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single?
I'm sorry?
A lot of our sisters say they choose to be single. At dress size 16, there's not a lot of choices.
Yeah, I chose to be single.
So you had lots of high value men trying to marry you?
I actually did.
Why do you say you chose to be single?
I chose to be single.
What were your other choices?
I could have stayed in a relationship. I could have gotten married.
I hear a lot of women say they choose to be single. And that's fine. I don't even want to argue about it because it's not a real choice. And if you don't have anybody really trying to marry you, you called in saying you can't seem to stay in a relationship.
You're gonna find a girl that threw it back on Halloween and drinks all the time. And then you're gonna think she's the one because you looked at her reposts and they're gonna be like, to be loved, not lusted. I miss when men used to yearn. And you're gonna take that bait. You're gonna take the false repost bait. And you're gonna fall for her and it's gonna end terribly for you. You're gonna take that bait like a good boy.
Women move on much quicker, boom, than guys. Much quicker. They will jump into a relationship quicker and, you know, it'll bother the shit out of you. You'll wonder, like, my God, we just celebrated our anniversary last week and now there's another car in my driveway at the marital home. I mean, you're going to wonder shit like that. So when women decide to leave you, they thought about it for a long time. It's not spontaneous. It's not like you said the wrong thing and then all of a sudden she leaves. Okay? What happens is that was just the straw or the one bean on the scale that tipped it where she said, that's it, this marriage is over with. Women do a thing called monkey branching. Let's get real. They spend very little time to themselves. They don't become nuns like we become monks. All right? When you take a woman back, you're taking back a rental car that's been driven by a few people since the last time you drove it.
So y'all out here calling this man GAY because he said women want, what he say, the responsibility of children, the authority of men, and the perks of being a woman. Oh, he ate you alive and now he's gay. He said that y'all come on these dating sites with 2+ baby daddies talking about some I deserve this and I deserve that and blah, 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 blah. He said all y'all got the same dating profile. He said he is tired of seeing it, baby. So am I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, he said all that and then y'all go and dig up his background. Turns out he is a single father. Turns out that y'all say he is GAY. But that don't dispute the fact of what he said. He said women want the responsibility of children, the authority of men, and the perks of being a woman. If that ain't the most truest thing I've ever heard, women do not, they want to be the authority of everything, right? Women nowadays, they want to be the authority of everything, but they don't want the responsibility that comes with that. They don't want the baggage that comes with that. They just want to be, hey, do this for me, peasant. Hey, do that for me, peasant. They want to treat men like little peasants, you know what I mean? But then when you try to, assert yourself with a woman, oh, you're a narcissist, sir. It's like, nah, little mama, hold on now. There can only be one king in the castle up in here. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like when I see stuff like that and then I see women run to their go-to, oh, he's GAY. It's like, nah, he's telling the truth. I'm going to give it to him.
Okay, as a man in 2025, you're only left with two options. Option one, focus on yourself. Accept the fact that having a wife and a family might not be the path that God has for you. Accept that this might be a solo mission and you're going to put all of your time and your effort into building yourself into the most strong, equipped, charismatic, abundantly wealthy man that you can possibly become with the help of God. Option two, You do option one, and you get really fucking lucky to find a 1 in a million girl who's not gonna turn into a lying, manipulative cunt that's gonna try to destroy your life, divorce you, take everything that you built, and try to keep your kids from you. So, the choice is yours.
Y'all have to understand that later on down the line, the chick that you're talking to, she is always going to show you that she was part of the cause of the breakup. Because every single time they talk about their exes, they always try to make it seem like the guy was only in the wrong, but they weren't. And even if he was in the wrong, they always try to make themselves sound like that they weren't part of the cause of the breakup. Because yes, I believe that both genders can be in the wrong when they're in a relationship. Everybody has flaws. Nobody's perfect. Everybody has done something wrong in a relationship. That goes for both men and women. But the fact that women always try to make themselves sound like victims and make it sound like that they have never done anything wrong in a relationship and that the guy always has, it's just ridiculous. Because the longer you talk to her, and then at the end of the situationship or whatever, or talking stage, she starts disrespecting you, she starts doing things that are just conducive and that she knows you don't like, then you start to realize you had to have been the problem, because look at what you're doing. And it's just so funny how they try to act like they're these innocent creatures that don't also lie, cheat, gaslight, manipulate, and be extremely disrespectful.
I think the best piece of advice I've ever received as a man is to not try to understand why women do the things that they do. Like, you can try to understand women, but understand why they do the shit that they do sometimes. Like, my brain, no, I'm not wasting my brain energy trying to figure any of that out. Imagine waking up every day just confused and overstimulated and just running off fumes of vapes and then a Starbucks drink, and they're probably gonna eat like maybe once a day if we're lucky. You know what I'm saying? I'll be confused too. And then they're ran by emotion. I'd be doing it like it when you think about it like that, the shit that they be doing, it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women, they don't live like like regular humans are supposed to. So when they just do some off the wall shit, like, it makes sense. Just every day eating once, you know what I'm saying? All they had was the sugar from their Starbucks drink, and then all she do is lie and manipulate.
When motherfuckers stare at you, right, it's because you got a certain type of glow and aura they can't explain. And half the time, it ain't about the clothes you wear or the money you have or the jewelry you have or how you look. It's the energy you possess. It's how you walk in the room. It's how you sit down like you meant to sit there. You see what I'm saying? People sense confidence before they hear a word out your mouth. It's the way you look like you're not stressed. It's the way you move like you're not rushing. It's the way your presence says, I'm here, pay attention. That's why folks stare. And some admire it. Some are intimidated by that shit. And some is confused by it. And some want to be you so bad, but will never admit it. You ever catch somebody staring and they look away real fast? That's because they got caught studying. They trying to analyze you like the final exam or some shit. They trying to figure out why you seem like the main character in a place full of robots. That's all it really is. And the funny part is, you ain't even doing anything wrong. You just existing. You just breathing regular air. But something about you is important. Something about you feels very important. And they cannot take their eyes off you. So don't shrink yourself. Don't hunch your shoulders. Don't dim your own damn light trying to look humble. If they staring, let them stare. Because they not looking because something is wrong with your ass. They looking because something is right. Remember that.
Hey bro, just because every girl is telling you, you do not have to marry or date a whore. It's completely fine for you to ask her body count and check out if it's over 1. This entire gaslighting community of females telling guys that they are misogynistic for wanting a girl that hasn't had several penises inside of her and even several more inside of her mouth, which scientifically it is proven that the DNA inside of her from those penises will affect your future babies. It is totally fine for you to say, I don't want that. Now, if you want to be with a girl with a couple of bodies, that's fine. That's between you and her. But do not feel that you are going to be a bad person or misogynistic for checking out because you don't want to put your penis where a lot of other penises have been, or wearing a shoe that has been worn several times. It is completely fine for you to want a new shoe. Don't let anyone to tell you otherwise. If you want your daughters to not be whores, you're not going to want to have to explain to them why their mom was one.
Here's a part that nobody wants to talk about, but every man needs to understand. The more men a woman's been with, the harder it comes for her to fully bond with the next one. It's not judgment. That's just how emotional imprinting works. Every man leaves something behind, mentally, emotionally, physically. And those marks don't just fade because she says she's moved on. They stack. Every relationship, every hookup, every heartbreak, it leaves a trace. Her brain and body start to connect certain emotions to love, usually the wrong ones. Passion, tied to pain. Excitement, tied to chaos. Affection, tied to anxiety. So by the time she meets a good man, that emotional wiring is scrambled. She can't feel what she used to feel, not because he's doing anything wrong, but because she's burned out emotionally from chasing highs that always crash. That's what body count really means. It's not a number, although it is. It's a record of how many emotional scars she's carrying. And when that list gets long enough, her ability to bond deeply with one man gets weaker. You're not just competing with one ex. You're competing with a collage of emotions, a highlight reel of every thrill, heartbreak, and mistake that came before you. And here's the brutal truth. The more times she's gone through that cycle, the more numb she becomes to genuine connection. Like we said before, peace starts to feel boring. Love starts to feel slow. And the good men stop trying because they realize there's no space left for them. That's why this kind of emotional baggage breaks good men. Because he's not fighting for her attention. He's fighting against her past. At some point, you have to stop trying to outlove a woman's past. You can't fix her by proving you're better than the man who hurt her. You can't compete with ghosts. And that's a little game I call Just the Clip. But if you want that full-length video, click the link below.
I feel like that begs the question, is having a girlfriend embarrassing?
Yes, even more so, because the question in of itself kind of proves the point. You have women saying, unprompted by the way, that they're embarrassed to be with their boyfriends. That in of itself is embarrassing. For this conversation to have started, that the premise would have to be women going out of their way to publicly embarrass their boyfriends by telling us that their boyfriend is embarrassing. The amount of attention and validation needed for like the female hive mind to work on this fucking app is absolutely diabolical. And mind you, I made a video on this article already. The article isn't even as bad as what women are talking about, like in regards to the article. Like the women talking about it are so much fucking worse than whatever the writer was doing. Like even if you really think about relationship content on TikTok, 9/10 of it is women complaining about men and men responding to the videos of women complaining about men. It's rarely ever men up front talking about them. Especially like marriage content. Y'all, if women get on here and ask, hey girl, should I divorce my husband who I have multiple children with? Hey stranger, hey you person who doesn't know me or my fucking husband, should I ruin my life today? Like that's fucking crazy. That like y'all don't see female content on here as embarrassing because you're so used to seeing it. It's normalized to us for women to embarrass men. Like it's actually a fucking humiliation ritual when it comes to a lot of y'all. Not all of y'all, but a lot of y'all just work in pure humiliation of the men and call that shit a relationship.
I come home, the house is dirty, no dinner, and all I have to be offered is dick. I come home, the kitchen is dirty, no dinner, and all I have to be offered is dick. Also, $300 is gone off my card. I come home, the kitchen is dirty, no dinner. This time there's $500 off my card. brand new clothes, and still offer dick. Now, instead of the word dick, put pussy. That's exactly what you hoes look like. Oh, you thought I was about to say something about men, didn't you? I just wanted to show how fucking pathetic y'all look as a woman. When you come up here talking about I'm not cooking and cleaning for my man. But your man will sit here and work 12 hours off of his fucking ass for you. To make money for you. To put food into your fucking mouth. To buy the food for you to fucking cook. But you don't want to do that shit. You'd rather lay in bed, post on Instagram, go out and spend money. You don't even add money to the man's pockets. You're a drain. That's what you fucking are. You're a fucking drain leech. That's what you are. And the reason this is because y'all don't love men. You lust after fucking men. All the bitches can sit here and talk about, oh, I hate men, I can't believe I'm agreeing with a man, da-da-da-da-da-da. But the moment you need some dick, your ass and your legs is fucking wide open and back arched, bitch. Don't sit here and act like y'all hate men. No, you lust after men. You don't love them. You lust after them. That's all they are to y'all. Let's be fucking for real. And the moment a bitch bring up about kids, but what about kids? Just shut the fuck up. You can't even stay on the topic. Please.